This is the CoLeBot controller presentation for Group 88.
Howdy folks. Have you ever tried to lift an I-beam by yourself? Me too, it doesn't go well. But Robert Feline has fixed that issue with the CoLeBot, and we have created a controller for it, with one joystick for steering and tank control, and the other for arm and claw action to lift your I-beams. And then there's this button on the side for fine movement control.
This is an early prototype of the controller for the CoLeBot. We researched tank steering, submarine steering, stuff like that, but two joysticks, one for movement, one for arm controls, and then a button. Seems pretty intuitive.
For our final prototype, we have a 3D printed enclosure to protect against accidental disconnects and to improve our user experience. But now that we've talked about our hardware, let's talk a little bit more about code. So our controller reads our data from our joysticks and button as analog values and sends that over to the CoLeBot. The CoLeBot then processes this data, maps our values, and adjusts for limits to make sure that our CoLeBot stays within safe ranges for all of its hardware. And then the CoLeBot uses these values to drive itself.
Okay, now to show you visually how our controller works, the left joystick is just for the movement of the tracks. Forward and back on the left joystick means the CoLeBot itself will go forward and back respectively. Left and right on the same joystick turns the bot left and right respectively using tank steering, where both tracks go in opposite directions to turn the chassis. The right joystick is for the arm and claw control, where forward on this joystick raises the arm, backward on this joystick lowers the arm, left opens the claw, and right closes the claw. The button on the side of the controller, when pressed, changes the mode of operation from rough to precise as it decreases the speed of all the hardware, which is useful for small movements of the chassis or finer control over the arm and claw. Epic Bot Demonstration.
Alright, now just move out of the way and I'll just cut to the blank screen.